I've always painted the night sky. I've always painted nocturnes. Over the span of 40 years, I've always returned to the night sky as a place of mystery and contemplation. And I don't think my attitude or my approach to the night sky has really changed since I was a child. I still look skywards and I'm full of kind of awe and wonder. And I think as I grow older, that wonder intensifies. It becomes something which I find complete expression in. And I'm very interested in the kind of colours that you get at low levels of light, and how the retina and the cones in the eye open up and give you all sorts of new kinds of colours and tones to paint with. And I think the night is full of interesting shadows. It's full of the most amazing luminosity. And I think that recently I've just become more and more interested in developing that idea as a way of expressing my ideas about mystery and the liminal world, because of course nighttime is the liminal world of the imagination. It's funny, when my daughters were very little, we used to walk them to school in the daylight and then through a path through a wood, and returning later in the winter through the dark, my kids were always terrified of what they call the scary bushes. And you know, that's a kind of illustration about how as the light sort of descends, how our imagination opens up to possibilities. So in my work, you know, opening up our imaginative lives is one of my sort of key desires. So I've been painting during the winter and observing the night sky and the landscape beneath the light sky, which is contrasted often by the luminosity of the above. And like a child, you know, any kind of rustle in the bushes or any kind of strange shape, my imagination instantly turns into something which is of much more mythical proportions. So I've produced a series of nocturnes over the last period of 3 or 4 months, trying to capture some of the different qualities of light, but most of all the magnificence of the childhood kind of mystery that we still keep as adults when we're ever out in the dark, and particularly out in the dark on our own. So this is a small group of some of the pictures that I've painted. And technically they're quite interesting pictures to paint, because for the night skies you need a very, very fine-grained, densely pigmented colours which won't break up over the surface of the priming, so you keep this kind of density and luminosity. And in each of these pictures here, the night sky is a subtly different colour, because the night sky changes constantly with a degree of reflection from the land. So if you live in a city, I can remember, you know, in the days of sodium lighting, where you could look up at the sky and it would be reflecting the kind of orangey browns from the clouds of the sodium lighting. We don't have that anymore. We have much more sensitive lighting. But as soon as you're out of the city, this great universe of the night sky opens up, and it's just full of magic. So these nocturnes are a sort of an attempt to portray the luminosity, the mystery and mythical magnificence of the night sky.